So our organization is 98 years old this year. We're reaching 100 years old in a couple of years, but our organization is an organization made up of every parish, government, and police jury in Louisiana. And what we do is basically help them navigate through the governmental process on an everyday basis relative to local government and the services that we provide.
Police Jury Association was created in 1924. It has the executive director, president, first, second, and third vice president, and then there are 8 regions, which consist of 8 parishes. St. Bernard is in Region 2. I was just elected to represent Region 2, which consists of St. Bernard, Jefferson, Orleans, Plaquemines, St. John, St. Charles, Lafourche, and Terrebonne. So if those people, anyone in those regions have an issue they need brought before the Police Jury Association, they come to me and I present it at our executive meetings. We meet mandatory 4 meetings a year, one of them which is at this convention, and discuss the issues, bring up resolutions, find out things that concern our different parishes.
Ms. Wanda Alcon has been elected to our board of directors, I guess, last year, and she's doing a phenomenal job. You know, we try to break up our state to regions that have a lot of commonality, and so Ms. Wanda has visited with every parish, and she's a great voice for Region 2, and here she serves on the board and attends our meetings and gives the concerns for that particular area, especially on the heels of Hurricane Ida. She was Johnny on the spot. She was calling us right away. Knowing that St. Bernard didn't get much damage, some of the other parts of the region, she wanted to know how she can help. And everything from doing food drives and getting y'all folks together to having cooking teams and going to different parts of the region. I live in St. Charles Parish, and Miss Wanda came and gave us some assistance, and it was just amazing to see it. You know, good, dedicated public servant.
It's great to be here with our council members. Everybody's fanning out to their areas, learning more things about what they do on a daily basis and what might help them in their job. And we get to meet the people that we're friends with and we're neighbors with in our community. So, you know, we also have our Coastal Caucus meeting every year, and that just concluded. So we network with other parishes. We'll be meeting with a lot of these guys and women this afternoon, talking about coastal issues, what's working here and there and what's not working, how we can support each other in the projects that we're trying to get, or some of the negative impacts that affect coastal people or working coast that have a certain culture and heritage that they're trying to continue.
The meeting that we just concluded was a meeting of the Coastal Caucus, which is part of the larger association, but it's made up of all of the coastal parish presidents that are advocating for hurricane protection and coastal restoration across South Louisiana. So President McInnis has been a huge proponent of the Lake-Borgne Marsh Creation Project. The project's over $100 million. It's being funded by the BP oil spill settlement. And it's the largest dredge project that we have ever constructed to date, and it's right in St. Bernard Parish, which is going to provide benefits not only for the next few years, but for generations.
We're over $1 billion of projects slated for St. Bernard Parish, and right now, Chip talked about that big project in Lake-Borgne. All of those things are starting to happen now. For the next decade, we're going to have a lot of work on our coast in St. Bernard Parish, and you know, our young people need to get prepared for that, and it's a trade that I believe Nunez Community College is trying to promote.
We have workshops going on right now, everything from agriculture to wildlife and fisheries and in between. We got veterans committees, broadband initiative committees, we have transportation committees, drainage committees, and so it's a good opportunity for a police juror or a parish council member or a parish president to come in, talk about and learn about the new technologies that they may be having. Also learning and hearing about other parishes and what they're doing based on issues that they may have relative to anything that we provide on an everyday basis. And it's more of like just I guess a good camaraderie of officials getting together, getting to know one another, so that if somebody's in St. Bernard Parish and has an issue, Calcasieu Parish might have just went through the same issue, that they can build that relationship, that they can pick up the phone, called that person from Calcasieu, said, I met you at convention the other day. Y'all just went through this. Give me some ideas and some tips of how we navigate through this. So that's kind of what this convention is all about. We do ethics training, we do sexual harassment training, but the most of it is just informative. It's a good learning opportunity for elected officials who serve locally every day to learn about, what it is that could make their job a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing about the sessions in the exhibit hall. We always meet new companies that are doing different things that maybe we need that we were not aware of, whether it's street repair or signage options. So it's always great to come see, those different things, and you always bring some ideas back. There's also some meetings where, you can go listen to tourism or waterways or different topics that are big across the state, the flood protection program. You can go sit in these sessions and learn something about what's happening broadly, across the state or federal government, and bring some of that information back and use it, for some of the specific things that are affecting us in St. Bernard.
You always can learn something. And if you sit in the seminar and you learn one thing out of it, it was worth it to bring back to your parish, to institute for your residents, to make, like I said, government more efficient, run better, smoother, and give a better results to the residents of St. Bernard.
So I think there's a couple of reasons why we come. One is to network with other people from around the state to try to get information, share information about what we do well, what they do well, and maybe some of the concerns we have and how they can help us. So I think the networking is an important part of this, but walking around the booths, I mean, you come here with some idea of some things you want to focus on. So for example, neighborhood litter, drainage, water management, recycling, all of those things you can walk around and find specific booths of people to talk to that can maybe give you some ideas or put you together with people who can help you find a solution to the things that we need to get fixed. So I think those two things are important for us. Again, networking so we can talk to other people, and seeing the vendors here all in one spot to see if we can maybe develop some solutions to some things we need to fix.
This being my first year, it was a great time to come out and network with some of the other community leaders throughout the state, and then be able to actually see the resources that we have the ability to get for St. Bernard. A lot of businesses are out here that are advertising what they do and services they can provide to St. Bernard Parish, and it's some of these are great assets that we don't currently have, and it's great to go and look into them and let them explain how it could help the parish.
We're very excited to be exhibiting here at the conference this year, showcasing everything that St. Bernard has to offer and allowing others to see what great opportunities they have if they travel into St. Bernard Parish.
So many people stop by the booth. They love the oysters that Maureen designed and created, because people are asking, who's the artist? I'm like, well, she's right here. It's Miss Liuza. She's our director of special events. The booth looks great. Shout out to you and Leo for the videos that have been playing. People have been stopping and watching them. So it's been an exciting day.